Yes! Like it gets me so emotional whenever I get to look at a comeback. Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we are here taking a look at Itzy's track Girls Will Be Girls. We have the music video and I do believe we'll have a dance visual or something dropping here soon. I'm really excited for this, being able to be a part of the Itzy comeback in this way, knowing what I know, getting to appreciate the girls, and it's just gonna be super fun. I'm ready, I hope you are. Let's go. I can get on that. Yeah. This is awesome. Wow. Woo! Da, 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 da. Wow. Come on with the bangs. Girls will be girls, will be girls, will be girls, will be girls. Such an earworm. Will be girls, will be girls, will be girls, will be girls, will be girls. Hey, I'm a girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Are we getting a crown? We should be. Ryujin with the bangs, I believe, if I'm catching that right section, where I'm trying to think. Yeah, freaking eats. It's such a good look on her. Oh my god, this song. Now you have the da 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 da. That whole thing reminds me of the Girls' Generation. GG. Oh man, I hope you guys know the one I'm referencing. But it's not the same thing. Girls' Generation, make you feel the heat. That track. To bring the boys out? Maybe? No, I don't remember. It's okay though. Point is, it's such a vibe, a freaking earworm from the jump. Like, whoo! It does make me curious, however, in the dance practice, because I'm going to assume maybe we got Choi Young-joon on it, because he's been a part of the Imaginary Friend, that whole era, which was before this one. So I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing more collaborations in that sense, and Born to Be. This, I think there's a lot of potential with this in choreography, but also because it's the same thing, that ba da 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 da, that's the chorus. we can get tripped up in overusing, right? Certain movements and figuring out trickier ways to enhance focal points and remembrance of the movements to the music. Because this is a really, really dope earworm where it's just go, go, go. And sometimes you just want to vibe up. Girls, I'm here for it. It makes me so excited for B-sides and for some dance practice stuff. Oh, let's go. We have our dance practice pulled up. Oh, this is so nice to be looking at Itzy right now. Let's go. Yeah. Nice ISO there. I'm so intrigued on what kind of crown we're gonna get at the end. It's gonna be good. I'm ready. What's this course look like? Let's go. Wow. Okay. That's tricky stuff on that ISO for the hips. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Ooh, ISO. That was clean. Oh, after hearing it again, I think I gotta add it to my Spotify playlist. It's such a nice, intense situation. That's insane that we're choosing to do that. The amount of shoulder ISO for it. Ooh. Yes. Yep. Woo! That was a nice phrase bleed with a really nice add-on. Yeah. Yes! Like it gets me so emotional whenever I get to look at a comeback. Oh, with a group, goodness. Because it's just like, there's like little isms that I get to pick up on. I feel like I'm more, I understand a group way more intuitively than if I'm just like looking at whatever kind of material, right? So it's like, this track also is really cool. It makes me feel like, I don't know, it makes me feel like a baddie. It's nice to be a girl, you know? It's empowering. And I think part of it comes from like the angst and the depth of it, right? Whew, oh man, it could just be, I don't know, my feelings today, but yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was so nice. Okay, here we go from the top. We have Ryujin said we're gonna drop to the floor from the intro. This one's really captivating, and there's some tricky stuff in here depending on your flexibility capabilities as well as how well you can speed change and switch those postures. So this is gonna be really fun to talk through. So it's cool hearing this here. It does sound like something that would just be in the music video, so I like that that's how it starts. So they end up signaling energy through, it looks like the shoulders primarily in the upper body, and then I believe they could have used the legs to help assist that. Well, I missed it completely. Try it again. Girls. Yeah, they use the knees to help as well. Ryujin drops it, and I really like how it ascends up. But you have Leah. She ended up starting low and then progressing high to help make Ryujin's section look way more full and present because she's going in the exact opposite side of it. And then, of course, you have members angling and curved to the respective outsides, which is nice. We're frozen. Girls, head nods. Come on now. Girls, we drop. I love me a good Z-set. Z-set is where you have one of the legs curved in front and then you have one of them bent to the back. And then I like how they all drop with this intensity like we're about to run. She just has that, girls. Yeah. So we have the arms we present up and out, and then we place here to the chest. And I like that we have push out in the lower part of our arch. Really nice. And so that actually helps boom create a fun rebound instead of just bouncing. We're having the shift or the swing with those hips to help complement with that head. The switch around, and then we go rotate all the way with the arm, and then it looks like we flick the hand up. We're gonna double check that. Yeah, will be, girls. So a lot of our phrases of our movement are shifting or changing or modifying, not on your typical count 1 or count 5. A lot of times is when you would see somebody go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and switch. Nah, it's a da 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 da. Will be, girls, will be. So it helps subconsciously in a complexity sense because it's not as predictable as whenever you're encountering those predictable elements such as the timing. So I really like that. Yeah, with the arm, love me a good hip to help match that. Girls will be, girls with the wrist rotation, bringing it to the front. And then we have that, girls. We bleed that energy up. We love with the pull of the hip as well as with that neck. We're here for it. Pulls are really nice. And then we end up taking our, taking our transition. We place the arm and then we switch it. I'm here for that sound. That definitely has a sense of nostalgia behind it, which we love. I love that giddy. So I have the arm complement with the hip. We end up framing to the side. We do a little swoop down. It's nice. There's a lot going on in that 8 count because I do have it at 0.75 and there was a lot to catch, right? So I like that we have a subtle thread, with a little interaction happening as well. We do see a lot of those types of things from the Imaginary Friend Gold era. So it's cool to see them here, but this type of track does present a sense of a drive behind it. Could be BPM, some of the timbres, tonal colors, meaning the sounds that we hear and what kind of sound possibly. There's always those things to factor in. I like that we go and we sink it in, which is really nice. Arms go out in, boom, come on, placement with the hands, hips, lots of hips. We place it down and then we end up sending our hand up through the chest. Now with the arm, it is a subtle fixed point because of the shoulder that we see there. The shoulder is being utilized in order for the hand to kind of chill and be still on the inside while Yuna has her feature. So that's really nice. So we have a little walk. Also, this is one of those dances where, yes, it totally works having a ball cap, but man, if you got your hair and letting it fly, it really does send a really cool message. The range looks super dope on it too. The walks are nice, and even with their walks, they're syncopating, where they're going on a different or modifying a different rhythm that you normally don't kind of land on with the arms, which I think is super fun. So they end up shifting their hips around. Now there's your chest, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. We are in the hips and chest side of things. I remember diving into this a lot in the earlier eras of Itzy, so that's why once again it's a bit it's like overwhelming to a degree, because it's just like when you look at a group for an expedited rate for an extended period of time, there's a lot of things that you get to appreciate that you would have never if you never did it, right? So it just makes me very thankful that I was able to look at them so I can appreciate this comeback as much as I can, because I see so many fingerprints of their gold era, but also from the, wannabe era, a lot of isolation heavy things, and of course the crown. It's just nice to know like there's gonna be a crown in here for a title track, and then seeing it, it's like a rush almost, right? It's so cool. Cool stuff. I like the shampoo of that, and then it goes head, rotated arms, and then we end up pushing that hip up and over, which is nice. She tosses it away, switch, once again, ISOs on the hips. So all of that making it, as clear and readable as it is, you can't let your hips influence what the rest of your body's doing. So good for them on the isolation training for that. Arms are really fun there. So you have Leah, she shampoos around, but all of them kept their arms, kept the range, but they didn't end up deviating from how Leah did, right? So that's how she was able to stand out mighty fine. And also they bled them up, ding, 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 as they walked. Good transitions. Their transitions always have something. They're not just walking for the sake of it. There's always something subtle going on that allows us to kind of look and go, ooh, I see what we're doing there, right? So we take the hand up, and then we go bleed, 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 which is nice. We love that with the arm swing down, and then we take our arm, rotate around, hit. I think it's 2-1, and then we look, boom, on scream. Notice they're all looking over to Ryujin. She's like, here we go. She said, let me hear you say, I love me a good pose. Girls will be, and we boom, brush it to the side. We're ready. And then girls will be girls. So we take the arms, we're tracing them up with allowing an not more like a body roll, more to the chest, like a chest roll to take place on it as we build it up. Oh, yep. Girls will be girls. And then we send the arm with the head, and then will be, and like the subtle head nod out of that. And girls, and we boom, flick that leg, yeah, and we hit. A little sit around, which is nice. Now the switch here, it's part of it is going to be where your hands are in the positioning of your hands to help create a look that complements the shoulders to the hip position, and a lot of it's going to come down to your weight and where you're shifting it, where you're wanting to press it. So that can be quite deceptive, right? And the hips are really fun, so it goes girls, da-da, sink it, dee-dee, with a hinge over, and we brush the arms up. Girls will be girls, a little stylized hand. Oh, you like my nails? Thank you. We're here for it. Girls will be girls, and I like the fullness of this body roll. And I think there's something to be said about the fact it looks like we're just killing people. It actually reminds me of Sucker Punch, but a completely different universe of it, where it's like a burlesque influenced showgirl kind of reality, and it's like a mental institution, it's a whole thing. I'm totally not remembering this right. But whenever you would see our lead character go in the zone of captivation, we don't know what she actually does in reality, but we see her like beating everybody up, stabbing people, pa, 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 pa. And it's like an action-packed movie. That's kind of what their music video reminded me of, for like the girls will be girls, you know? Like a lot of times people are like, oh, you're a girl. You don't really like go hard, or you don't want to break a nail. Like there's those types of stereotypes. And here they're like, what were you saying? You like my nails? Thank you. It feels like that, which we love. The turnout of it is nice. I love the tension of that as well. And then we pull the arms, rotating with the chest, getting involved, but not getting so far involved that it's sacrificing the quality of this rotation. We knock the head, and we swing the arms down, and then we press it up, yeah. And I like the position nice and straight in the angle with this accent with my other hand curved. We're totally here for it. Good on the angle. That's a tricky angle to get right, because one of them's curved and one of them is not like a clear straight line. It is diagonal, a little bit easier to track, but it's this curved one that's really tricky. So then they take the arm, rotating it around. I like the boom, 3, 2, was it 2? 1, and then we knock it. Come on, 3, 2, 1. Eesh. And then they go, girls, oh, your girl needs to stretch if I'm going to cover this one. I don't know. This one's really fun, though. It's isolated. It's about stage presence. I mean, I feel like I need to get up and groovy a little bit more recently. So that is so fun, though. And it does look like the direction that we're sending. Oh, my gosh, if I'm here, I feel like I got to do it. What direction? I think it's the hips are moving the same direction. Yeah, same direction as the arms, in order to help make the head look as opposed as it is. That's what we're going to go. That girl. That was like a little, with Pixie. You guys saw that, was it Bewitched? That was such like caught off guard situation, but more on the, a cognitive dissonance side. We're like, it's a little bit concerning. There it's a, whoa, I wasn't expecting that type of flexibility to come into play right here at the tail end of a course, right? It was really cool, nice moment. So now we have a nice moment out of this. Good for Yuna for her stability moment there. I didn't notice her starting to wobble a little bit, but she owned it. Boom, flick the leg out. I like that we have other members complimenting it too. Into a little envelope. So an envelope means to envelop. So we take it from a straight leg to a bent leg and we absorb it. So from here, I like the arms. We send them up and over, which is also nice. Shake it, and I like the hips with a nice little subtle shake of the wrist. And then we clap it. The melt with the hips, which is also really nice. I also like the grab, so the triple on that's cool. We wrist rotation, and then this arm, this position reminds me of kind of like the opposite equivalents of the hands that we did at the course. So that was really cool seeing there. And I really like they have Ryujin, she takes her arm and sends it up and over, causing everybody's torsos to help match that. So a little body roll, so nice and isolated and very clear and readable, and everybody's on the same page. That looks great. Another little body roll, and then we have two of our members, boom, bleed the arms up. Yeji enters the chat, and I really like how she goes first. Kind of sends herself through this little pocket in between two of our members on each side. We love it. And then I like, it kind of looks like a cannon almost. It is a cannon, okay. Let's see. So they swing the arm, and then they all go and join into an add-on here. Take the arms, they ball change it to have our legs settle. Heel toe is nice with the hip. Once again, hips are such a focus on this. So if you are like, Jess, I don't know how to move my hips, maybe this is a really good way to saturate yourself and learn the hard way, right? So it's really interesting. So I also like the travel on that with the subtlety of this finger wave, that oh. And then we rotate in, and I really like the framing and the shape. It does look like these abstract frames of thrones and crowns, which I really like. I'm just more sensitive to seeing it with Itzy because it's just a part of their brand as much as it is. It's awesome. So the subtlety on this works because they have their arms lower on their back, but this type of posture that they are showing here with the opposition of her feature, you could pull those arms up just like what we saw at the tail end of the course, and it just so happens to be Chaeryeong, right? Both times. So that's great. She goes a little punch, and I like the little gun point there. And then we take our hair, whip it back and forth. That 3, 2, 1. We love that. All the different just wordplay choices. And then we go scream. They go scream. They send it to the outside. And then you have Yuna. She turns. And then they join in. And instead of it finishing your course, it starts. Or it's like a separation. We don't technically have another course. We go verse, course, no, pre-course, course, second verse. We just do like a little ism that gets us signaling, okay, this fingerprint is our transition to get to the next section. So we don't have a course, we have this that gets us to like this bridge, breakdown, outro situation, right? So the arms are really nice, really super clean on that line that we showed there as we send it up to the side, and then we rotate the arms around overhead, and then we continue traveling forward, and then we end up doing slides through our chest, which is also nice. She pulls the arm up. We knock it. Do-do-do-do. That is interesting. Da-da-da-da. I think we just did a little switch off. It's hard to clock Ryujin because that would be who I would reference on that, but anyway. Subtlety on the head is really nice. The knock with the little rotation is super cool. Then we end up hitting it, da-da-da-da, and it looks like it's a combination of the hips into a little shimmy going on in the upper body. Hips are your primary focus, though. So your hips take it, and then you just trace it across. That's nice. Then she hits it. I like the knock with the add-on. 1 and 2 and 3, and then we swing it, and they drop it down. They're up. So that was really cool. It turned into an add-on, straight into a deviation of levels. A lot of these hinge overs, so fascinating. The knock is cool. That hoo, hoo, oof, ooh, ooh, ooh. That was such a super fun sound. I didn't catch it the way that I was able to catch it here, and I think part of it comes from when you have choreography that introduces sounds the way that it does, it allows for you to be captivated by that sound in a different way. Nice. So the walk is super fun. I like the point on this, and you have this girls, turn is nice, and then we do a little moment. Come on, another little crown moment. It does, I'm going to interpret it more there in that sense because, like I said, with Itzy, that's the kind of brand they've showcased, and that's what we want to, appreciate and see here. I like the hip rotation on that, the girls, rotation. And then we end up taking it over. Really nice positions with the build out. You have the leg and the arm complement each other with the opposition of the other arm, which is nice. They drop low. Great levels. I like the scoop of the hip from Leah. Looks great. And then we take it, girls will be girls, and we're ending up opening it. Yeah, girls will be. Swing, swing with the hips, and then we knock it with the leg. That was pretty well done on the range choice. We send it over. The girls will be. This definitely gives like a. You ever see like not Teen Titans, but it's okay, we're here to battle, and they're all ready to send them off back to outer space. It's kind of like that. We love it. And you have this girls will be girls. Now we're right here with the arms crossed, and that was really fun. Yeah. Instead of everybody doing it, it's a bleed out. God, so cool. We turn and then we send it up to the head. The point is nice to the front, and then we have our hip with the finger rotations. Looks great there. We knock it, swing on the arms, and then we triple the steps on that. And I like the head as well with these arms to complement. We've already seen that, but it's introduced in a different way in a different section, which is cool. Then we knock it, hey, little shampoo around. 3, 2, 1, and we all scream, having the head match with the legs, match with the fingers. Cool. And it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's Itzy. I love the call sign. And it goes around, and we go to the shoulder. I was assuming they weren't going to do a crown, and then they go into a crown. Boom. I love how it's like the tail end last thing, and it's not as predictable. Like for me, I was about to be like, oh, they didn't do it this time. No, they did. It's so fun. Way to go, ladies. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching with me. This was such a fun comeback. It definitely gives a quite grim perspective, but in such a dope way. They did great, and I'm very much looking forward to hopefully more visuals coming super soon. I've marathoned their entire discography, so if you're like, Jess, where is it all? It's on Patreon, and I also have some that have already been released. So for every comeback they do, I do release one older reaction from the vault, and it's just unlisted in the playlist. So go find it there. It is here. Put them on my end screen. Y'all know me, I know you. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.